All right. It is Amber, and welcome to the Hormone Hack Effect. I am coming to you today. It is Friday, December the 11th. And I am going to talk to you today about immunity and fasting. So, that being said, with everything that's coming out right now, I got asked today, are you going to take the COVID vaccination? And I personally am not going to take it. I have my several reasons why. Just a couple of those that I'm not going to dive into are going to be one, I'm not in any of the risk factors for taking another shot of antibiotics or anything like that. And the other part of it is as I'm researching what it is being made from, it is becoming very, very hard to figure out how they are creating this vaccination, especially now when you see the suppression of uh, Google, YouTube, and all these things going on. So until I can absolutely be confident where something like this is being created in a lab and then introduced to the human body, I am not really in favor of that right now. I have done the little research I have done. I actually have it here in my notes. Potentially, the vaccination is being developed from a human embryonic kidney cell called the HEK 293, and that is taken from an aborted female fetus. So I'm not a fan of that. I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe in using aborted babies for things like this. No way. The other one that they're talking about, a cell that is potentially derived for the part of. Now, this isn't, when I say part of the vaccination, this isn't every vaccination. There's different variations of the COVID vaccination out there. This is the very little research I've been able to dive into. And another one, maybe the other embryonic cell is called the PERC6, and that is from the retinal tissue of an 18-week-old fetus aborted in 1985. So these are the potential compilations of the foundations of possible vaccinations out there with COVID. I don't know if that's a Pfizer formula. I'm not sure what it is. That's why I'm not going to get into the political part of this on this podcast, because I want to talk to you today about the natural ways with the concern. So if you're concerned about vaccinations, you're concerned about your health, and you're concerned about putting things that are created in a laboratory into your body and how your body is going to respond to it and the risks involved, then you want to listen to this podcast and this video and this audio, because there are things you can do naturally to do the God-given talents that your body has been created for, to be the strongest form of defense and not have to get in your mind that a vaccination is going to save your life. Like anything else in the world, it is simply another mechanism of several mechanisms and tools you can use to have the strongest possible immune system you can have right now at this period of time in your life. So if you are nervous because you don't feel like your health is in the best place, and you feel like you have weight issues and cholesterol issues and blood pressure issues, it's okay. First of all, it's okay. Second of all, we can start doing some things to reverse it and do some natural things. And I'm going to go through a few of those things on this. I'm not going to get heavy into it. This is just some basic concepts that you can take today and start implementing, as long as you are not in the risk factors of like type 2 diabetes, severe type 2 diabetes, and your doctor says it's fine for you to start doing an intermittent fasting program. It's totally fine for you to start changing out some simple things into your food to be able to get your body into the most optimal place possible, not just to defend from COVID. I mean, here's the thing, guys. We have had bacteria and viruses running rampant in our society for years and years and years. And these are just strands that keep mutating, and they keep getting developed. I'm not even saying that I don't believe that there's some kind of biological warfare out there. Believe me, with all the things that people can do, I understand that people can absolutely, I don't put it past anybody that they can create something in a laboratory and let it go, and these things and the other. But the thing you have to understand is God made us, our bodies, to be able to attack and be able to defend certain things. So we all focus on the things that are out there that could potentially harm and hurt us and destroy our health and possibly lose our life from, going to that far extreme. On the other hand, we're not thinking about the things that are automatically already happening. There ain't no telling what your body's already fended off that you don't even know about. You know what I mean? We don't even think about that, but those are the things you need to think about. You need to think about, what is my body already doing now? What has it already protected me from? So why don't we take your basic immunity skill set and bump it up and get it to the optimal place where you can be bulletproof for your immune system right now. Okay, so I'm going to go through a few concepts. The first thing I'm going to do is go through intermittent fasting. What is the optimal window that you could absolutely rebuild your immune system in a given time period, and how long would it take? You can absolutely rebuild your immune system within 72 hours of no calorie fasting. What happens in those 72 hours is your white blood cells get, the old ones get flushed out, because now you've given your body a time of rest. And when your body is at rest and it's not having to stop everything to go deal with whatever food or whatever outside thing comes into your body will start replenishing itself. So it starts fixing things. It's like, just imagine if you bought a house, a remodel, and all the kids are running around the house all the time and you can't get anything done. But if the kids went and stayed at grandma's house for 3 days, oh my gosh, you can start fixing some things and getting things in order in the house. And that's exactly what your body does. So you give it the 72-hour window, and you don't really need to go past the 72. 48, if you can't do 72, 48, you will see a lot of benefit already in that. Now, if you're not used to fasting, I'm not saying to go out and do immediately a 72 or 48-hour fast, no calorie. You got to kind of build yourself up to it. But also understand too, this is not something that you have to do every week or every 2 weeks or every month. This is a process. This is like an overhaul process, like a home improvement project that you undertake once or twice a year. It's not something that you're going to do every month, every 2 months, every 3 months. Think of it like maybe twice a year. And that will help keep your immune system strong. So once your body has that 48 to 72 hour window to replenish all the radical cells that are in your body, flush them out, get them out, and build new white blood cells, you literally rebuild your immune system from the inside out. And if I have another podcast, and I also have it on my Facebook page, you'd have to go back through all the posts, but I have what happens in the hour increments, hours 12, hours 18 and 24 and 36, and like what is actually happening to your body at that point with the autophagy and all of the things and the cleansing that's going on. So if you want to find that and you really want to get into what's happening at certain hours to encourage you as you do it, then by all means, please go find that, and you can understand what's exactly going on in your body. So once you could do that, that's a natural process. That doesn't even involve food. It involves not food. It involves rest and letting your God-given created body handle all the inflammation, all the free radicals, and all the stress, oxidative stress that has entered your body over time, because it accumulates. It doesn't matter how healthy you are, you will have a certain level of it at times, because we live in environmental stress, and we have social stresses, and we have food stresses, and we have mental stress. I mean, we have all these stresses. It's not just food. It's everything. It's your environment. It's your specific situations that you're living in. So it gives your body a chance to get all that out. So you physically, even if mentally you're still dealing with a lot of things, just physically gives your body a brand new slate, a clean slate, and something to work with instead of the accumulative stress all the time. Okay. Number 2, once you are able to work that complete process out, now you're going to want to stay in ideally an 8-hour eating window. I call it timed eating because time means everything. It's about what you do in that window. We were not meant to graze all day long. So when you finally can just have an 8-hour window of when you're consuming calories, then you can stay in there, and that is the balance that you need to keep unnecessary stress out of your body. So if you find yourself starting right away in the morning at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning eating, and you're finding yourself not being done, and you've eaten 3 or 4 or 5 times throughout the day, and you're not done till 7, 8 o'clock at night, that's too much. That's way too much. So you have to get that window down. The easiest way to do that is just to not eat breakfast. Doesn't mean you don't have coffee or teas or water. It has to be 0 calories, and not 0 calorie drinks, not 0 calorie, the things that they promote, soda pops, things like that. So no, it's going to be naturally no calories. So those are your, like I said, your organic teas. That's going to be your um, black coffee and water. I mean, just the simplicity of things. Okay. And then being able to start replacing some of the natural things you already consume in your diet. And the best way to start with that is just your oil. I mean, people don't think oil. Oh, my cooking oil. What are you cooking with? If you're cooking with olive oils, or if you're cooking with canola oils, or some of these other peanut oils, things like that, those are the most susceptible ones that are creating free radicals and stress in your body because they have a low heat temp and the molecular structure gets compromised quickly. When you look at a good saturated fat, because not all fat is bad, coconut oil is a positive saturated fat that you can introduce into your body. That's also good for reducing belly fat, and it's also good for reducing those free radicals and inflammation in your body. It has a mild taste to it. It has to be unrefined, has to be organic and unrefined. But if you would replace with that oil, that's one of my favorites. The other one is avocado oil. And they have good cooking temps. The oil stays natural. It has to be organic. Cold pressed and unrefined is the best. And then it is one of those things that will nurture your body. It keeps your body from feeling like it's getting attacked and getting on the defensive mode. Because what happens is once your body feels like it's on the defensive mode, then it is vulnerable to viruses and bacteria and infections. And that's where we run into problems. And we don't want that. We want to be able to always have our defenses up in a way where we are on the offense. We are deflecting, we are processing, getting rid of, and things are happening without you even knowing it. Okay. And that's how we can kind of adapt and overcome a lot of the issues going on. And finally, the last thing that I would recommend you do is get in your mind, as this is going to be a mental nugget of information, just get in your mind that your body is strong and your body can overtake whatever is thrown at you. And don't live in mental fear that you're going to catch the COVID or you're going to catch the flu, you're going to get pneumonia, you're going to get strep. No, get it out of your head. Your body is made in the image of God and he made it perfectly sound to be able to defend these things. Your job is to take these tools and techniques to maximize what has already been given to you and not to condemn yourself if you find yourself today in a situation where, you know, my health isn't the best and things have happened and gotten out of hand and this has happened, this life event, and this happened, and now I'm 50 pounds heavier than I was 5 years ago and whatnot. No, we can get over that. You can still be successful and be better tomorrow than you are today just on some of these little techniques. So anyway, that is what I have for you today. If you need a structure to be able to get what I'm saying today down and you need help with that, the best way I can help you, and it's complimentary, all you got to do is go into my 7-day plan of action. I call it the POA, plan of action. I tell you for 7 days what you do. It does the intermittent fasting. I don't get into the 72-hour 48, but I get you into that window fairly quickly, and I give you the schedule of what to do, what time, what to eat, and how to do it. And I give you a recipe each day, and it's real food where you live in the real world. That's what this is. This isn't protein powders and pills and nothing like that. So if you want in that, it's complimentary. You can opt in just to do the email. You can also opt in to do email and text message. And I don't spam you. You'll get like, I think 8 text messages total, 8 or 9, I think. So anyway, if you want into that, go to thehormonehack.com/7 because I do it in 7 days and it is my free gift to you because I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you sharing. And I really don't want you to live in fear, not when it comes to your immune system and your health. I want you to know and grasp the concept that you can absolutely fend a lot of this off. And even if you happen to get it, you're going to get over it just like you did the strep, the flu. I mean, it's all on how your body reacts to these things. And understand your body's already fending off things you don't even know about. So let's give your body the best tools and techniques to be able to keep you going strong so you can get on with doing the things that you're supposed to be doing instead of living in fear of things. So anyway, I hope you like this. Please share it with somebody. And like I said, if you need that complimentary structure, go to the hormonehack.com/7 and I will see you on the next segment.